Welcome back to Siroworld 2016. I'm David Temple here along with Bernie Stoltz and Kim McGuire, and we're talking about fortune management. First of all, thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely.
I have to ask, what's the glittery tattoo on the arm?
Oh, we have these fun fake tattoos that has the swirl of fortune management. We've got them over at our booth, so go get one. They're real fun.
Nice. Jonathan, what do you think about one right here on the forehead? Yeah, okay, anyway.
I like that.
Yeah.
Bernie, you're an amazing spokesperson and have been for Siroworld. I got to ask you, what makes you so passionate about this?
Oh, that's easy. First of all, as you know, one of the taglines for this whole conference is the ultimate dental conference. And I think, marketing is not what you say about yourself. It's what others say about you. And I'll tell you now, this is the second year in a row that I've walked through the corridors and doctors will come up to me. And if we were one of the groups that invited them, they're thanking us. But what we're hearing is I can't get this experience anywhere on planet Earth in the arena in the profession of dentistry. Not at a national convention, not at a state convention, where you've got a culmination of all that we do here. Because it's not just about the best of the best, but it's also about the entertainment. It's about the education. It's about the technology. The other thing that's great about Siroworld and putting this together every year is that it's the quality of the people. I have a saying in life, and that is get around where it's better and let something hit you. So it's impossible for a dentist or their team to come here and not let something hit them. And as we know, it takes a moment to change your life. It's in that moment of decision. And people were making a lot of decisions here this week about how to evolve. In fact, last year at CEREC 30, I said, look, we are going through an evolution in dentistry, but in reality, it's not an evolution, it's a revolution.
Wow.
And so this is where it happens. This is where people make a decision to advance dentistry to the next level.
And speaking of passion, Kim, you're passionate about your training programs. Tell us about that.
Well, what Fortune Management is we are the only postgraduate total immersion program that you really can get anywhere in the world, really. And what we do is, our tagline is extraordinary practice, extraordinary life. And we're passionate about helping people with their practices, doctors and teams, but we're also passionate about helping them with their life. The life skills that we teach in our accredited training university help with all the different aspects of the practice, and we're also teaching them a lot of life skills, and that's really our special sauce, and that's what really makes a difference in their practice and then again in their life as well.
So it's almost like you're a life coach after a fashion.
I actually am a life coach.
Okay, I was going to say you're a life coach and a training coach, and
yeah, actually the coaches at Fortune Management, we wear 3 hats. And one of them is a great coach. We're teaching them some great communication skills. We're teaching them how to be great leaders. We're teaching them how to really connect with other people on a deeper level. We also are practice management consultants, so we've got to really teach them the great systems to have a great practice. So you've got to have that as well. And the other thing we are is key business strategists. We're helping doctors make really great business decisions so that they can be truly entrepreneurs, so they can see themselves as a CEO rather than just a manager in their practice.
Well, my next question was going to be, because you both are speaking through the whole weekend program, my question was, how can they incorporate that into their practice? And you just kind of touched on that. How can you go one level deeper?
As far as taking everything they learned back to the practice. So what they want to do is, first of all, they need to be taking notes. They need to be taking notes and asking great questions in the programs. And then what they need to do when they go back is obviously review those notes. But when you learn something at a deeper level, it's when you actually teach it to somebody else. So I think they should have some team meetings, staff meetings, where they're actually going back and teaching what they learned here, because that's going to integrate it into their practice.
I remember hearing Sir Richard Branson when he spoke the other night about he always carries a notebook with him. And he said, and I thought it was really profound in its simplicity. He always takes notes at all time. He goes, otherwise, how can I possibly remember all the things that I'm learning? And do you share that in your training?
Oh, absolutely. In fact, what we do is we're so passionate about people taking notes that we give them a hardbound journal with Fortune Management's logo on that. We give that to them, and we ask them to take it everywhere they have CE or to record all different aspects of their life. And if they fill that thing up, we'll give them a new one. That's how passionate we are about people writing things down.
Yeah, we have a motto in our company, and that is, if life is worth living, it's worth recording. And it was so funny you said that because Sir Richard, of course, kind of egged the whole audience to take notes. And then in my very first lecture yesterday morning, I looked out in the audience, and a lot more people had notes. Notebooks, you know, so it's kind of cool.
It's stuck.
Well, and you know, I think part of it is they're just not thinking outside their scope of a habit.
Yeah.
Well,
And so if you can take and change my habit
Right.
to make me better in my practice or however I handle it, all the better, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you know, the word habit is a very, very important and powerful word and concept. You know, Aristotle said this, I think, very well. He said, 95% of what human beings do is out of habit. So if you study success, which is really what we as an organization are all about, and this is what all of Siroworld is about creating successful practices, creating an environment in a practice where patients want to be there and around successful dentistry, then what you do is you study practices, study people who have successful habits. And we also know the opposite goes that way too. You know, people who are unsuccessful, who are having a hard time of life and struggling, it's probably because they've developed a lot of bad habits, right? So one of the things we tell people is, as far as Kim said, on the life skills side of our company is, let's get you to build some really, really good habits. And why the personal development goes along with the practice management is very simple. And that is, you don't grow a business, you grow the people within it.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't ask this before, and I want to make sure. What's your website?
It's fortunemgmt.com.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
mgmt.com. I could
Yes.
probably learn more about that. Is there a way those who couldn't make it to your meeting can?
Yeah, you know, I would also say that obviously, as we teach every dental practice, every business in the world in the area of marketing, your website's the cornerstone to your business now. So we're very proud of that as far as fortunemgmt.com. But also, once they go there, they should know that there's a complete podcast series that they can download. They're all 45-minute. Well done. In fact, she runs that program and moderates every one of those. And they're all like 45-minute sectors. So they can go to our podcast series, and they can go off into every other element of what Fortune is. There's quite a bit of bandwidth there. So I definitely would invite people to get to the website.
Perfect. Kim,
Awesome.
Bernie, thank you so much for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you. It was our
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
All right.
Thank
We're
you.
going to take a short break and back with more Siroworld 2016 in just a moment.